If skinny privilege is a thing, I can be called a skinny legend.
Clara Dao recently started an OnlyFans account.
I did have a boob job. I know this might come as a shock because my whole page used to be about loving my flat chest and being confident with it. So why did I do it? Was everything a lie? Was I secretly insecure this whole time and just use body positivity as a way to make money?
Probably.
Where you at?
Clara Dao might have gone too far this time.
Clara Dao is one of those creators that always somehow finds herself in drama. Like, no matter what angle you look at it from, people have always had something to say about her. From being called out for not being fully honest, to the whole boob job situation, to that very public breakup that had everyone watching. It's just been one thing after another. And let's not forget her friendship with Jasmine Tan, which people already had opinions on. But this latest situation really sets people off because Clara Dao recently started an OnlyFans account. And let's just say,
Went and started selling the cheetahers, huh? Okay. Weirdo.
the way she went about it didn't really just sit right with people. At this point, I genuinely feel like she's not just controversial anymore. She has now become one of the most disliked, if not the most disliked, body positivity creator online. So
I feel I know what's going on because I've low-key been actually following this since the beginning, since we've y'all have been sending her to me, and for whatever reason I tapped in, so I'm very familiar with the lore. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty disappointed in Clara, man. At the end of the day, it's her life. She's a grown woman. She could do whatever she wants. Does not affect me, so I don't truly care. But it's like she was a beacon of hope for a lot of women that struggled with body positivity, who struggled with looking in the mirror and feeling confident. And she's somebody that came up on the scene pretty much being a representation to say it's okay, you can appreciate your body, you can love yourself exactly how you are. And while I think everybody is entitled to make the changes and do whatever the fuck they want to do with their body, I feel like when you become that beacon of hope, you kind of have a responsibility to, like, she put those shoes on. That was the image that she wanted to paint. So then when she switched up on y'all and started, pretty much doing what every other girl is out here doing, modifying their body, again, I'm not overly judging because she can do what she wants, but you also can't be surprised when everybody's gonna start looking at you side-eye like, wait, aren't you the girl that was like, you shouldn't be doing none of that stuff? Why do you have big tits now? Amen.
This video, we're gonna be talking about,
and now she's selling her body. So, hey, that's crazy.
How she got here, why people are so upset this time, and why it feels like every time she tries to rebrand, it somehow just make things worse. With that being said, let's dive right into it, shall we? First off, who is Clara Dao? Clara Dao was born on 29th of August 1998, and she's a prominent Vietnamese-Canadian digital creator and body positivity activist, and she's best known for her content about empowering women with small or flat chests. She was born in Hanoi, Vietnam, but later moved to Canada for college, and she has mentioned before that moving to Canada was definitely a major source of her personal growth. She joined YouTube in 2016, but began posting consistently about body positivity in 2019 after a photo of her in a tank top went viral on Instagram. Clara Dao currently has 4 million subscribers on YouTube, and her YouTube channel mostly focuses.
This is what I don't be understanding. You got 4 million subscribers on YouTube, a bunch of million subscribers on TikTok. Like, if it was just a money thing, let's just pretend that all she's in it for is the money. She don't care about nothing else. This is just a big money grab. Aren't you making enough money? At what point where it's like, why do you have to go sell the cheeks too? Is it that deep? Like, you already probably making millions on top of millions. Like, why you gotta go get the cheek bag too?
Self-improvement, fashion, and vlogs. On her TikTok account, she has 3 million followers, and her content is a bit of everything. Sometimes she posts empowering videos, and then some other days she can decide to respond to people who are skinny shaming, or let's just say surgery shaming her. While on Instagram, she has over 630,000 followers. So as you can see, she's a very big creator. Now, let's get into why she has been cancelled in the past. In February of 2025, Clara Dao was called out for multiple things. For example, promoting certain things that don't really align with her brand, since she openly talks about body positivity and, let's just say, equality in general. But the major thing that really got her cancelled was a video that she made about skinny habits that keep her skinny, and people were,
oh, this was bad too. I've completely forgot about this. This was bad. Like, again, For all my more petite women out there, or petite people in general, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? You got to learn to love and appreciate what God gave you. But, you know, there's a difference between being petite and starving yourself. And she was out here looking like she was trying to promote that shit. Like, no, like, don't eat. Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's unhealthy.
You come by the fucking door? Are you fucking serious?
No! Live streaming on Twitch. Link in the description. Where you at, Berto?
Pretty confused as to how she has to apply skinny habits when she has constantly claimed that she's naturally skinny, and this is how her body looks like normally, naturally.
I'm a naturally skinny person. I have never gained weight since my adult life. I've never have to worry about my weight. I've never have to worry about what I eat. I feel healthy. If skinny privilege is a thing, I can be called a skinny legend. These are the habits that make me stay at this weight for the past 10, 15 years.
So that was the start of the cancellation, but it didn't really go far until in March of 2025, Clara Dao announced that she got a boob job, and this is what sent the whole situation into haywire. People were shocked, people were taken aback because Clara Dao, like I said, was a body positivity creator, or I would just say she's kind of a body positivity creator, or that's what she calls herself till now. I, for one, was really shocked. I was taken aback for days and I was surprised. I was even thinking it was a prank, you know, pulling a prank on people who were trying to cancel her would definitely not be something that is out of the ordinary. But it wasn't a prank, it was real. In March of 2025, Clara Dao got a boob job. Later on, she released a video explaining why she decided to get her boob job, and she just said she was already tired of doing the same things over and over again, and she just got her boob job for, brace yourself, for fun. She got her boobs done for fun.
Yeah.
Again, grown woman, you know what I'm saying? I'm
29 years old.
Don't really care for just being honest, but it's like you were a beacon of hope, man. You know what I'm saying? There was a lot of young women looking up to you, telling themselves like, oh, I don't have to modify my body to be beautiful and confident, which is true. You do not have to, ladies. You 100% do not have to. But it's like, if the person that you look up to, the person that you looking at for inspiration, and you waking up every day and you're like, yeah, this person made me feel positive about my body, and you're young and you're impressionable, and then they fuck around and flip the script on your ass and be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go get that shit done. It can confuse you. It can confuse you. Now again, I'll challenge everybody to watches my videos. You gotta take some responsibility for yourself too, but I feel like this is more a message to my younger audience that is way more impressionable. You have to take everything with a grain of salt, man, because it's like your favorite content creators, me included, even though with the best of intentions, we're not perfect people, bro. We're not perfect people. So when Shorty wakes up and decides that she wants to move on with her life and do something else, you know, yeah, you have to be able to look at that and make sure that you still keep the positive messages that you got from her and not be influenced to do something that goes against your morals, and keyword on your morals. You know what I'm saying?
I did have a boob job. I know this might come as a shock because my whole page used to be about loving my flat chest and being confident with it. I literally built my entire career and following around that. So why did I do it? Am I crazy? Was everything a lie? Was I secretly insecure this whole time and just use body positivity as a way to make money so I could finally
Probably
afford a boob job? No, let me tell you the real reason why I did it. And it comes down to one word. Fun.
And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Till now, even though it's been over a year, I think it still kind of gets me. I've never really seen anyone say they got their boobs done for fun. I've seen some influencers say they got lip fillers.
Yeah, that's cap. That's cap. That's cap. You could have said anything, bitch. You said fun. Yeah, you bullshitting for sure.
Botox for fun,
but
because
hey,
they just
you're still a
let us say
grown-ass woman.
Botox.
Live
Oh
your
my
life.
goodness, Botox for fun. But I have never seen an influencer say they got a boob job, like cosmetic surgery for fun. But you know, we learn and see new things every day. Also, it has been speculated that she went on to do more cosmetic procedures after the initial boob job. And I'm not about to get into
It wasn't for fun. You were planning to launch that OF career. That's what it was.
To each and every one people are speculating about. But yeah, those are just the things that people keep talking about in her comment section. A few months down the drain, Clara Dao went through a very, very public breakup. I mean, she was crying and posting videos as to why they broke up and why they decided to go their separate ways.
I never understood the
We broke
whole
up.
crying on camera thing with the breakup.
It happened really fast when
So
I was in
weird.
Manila. It happened very suddenly. I feel like it's some kind of universe intervention because I legit did not see it coming. A month ago, I thought everything is perfect. And, what we had was a perfect relationship in every sense. And I felt so loved, understood, and
Damn, he
respected
broke up with you?
throughout my relationship. Thought we were aligned on what we want for the future, our values, and everything. But it seemed like we don't, and I went through a tough time, trying to figure things out, and we both try to make it work. But I think at this moment, we realize that we have to let each other go, because if we keep staying together, we will hold each other back from actually achieving and experiencing what we.
I'm starting to paint my own picture. I really am. She went and got the T-ties done. She got some Botox done. Boyfriend's probably like, yo, what are you doing? We rich. We already got everything we could ever want in life. I think she was saying she wanted to start that OF, bruh. I think that's what's happening, bro. It's all leading up to the final boss of OF, gang. The boyfriend started to see the signs from a mile away. He's like, yo, babe, don't do this. We don't need to do this. We don't need to do this. She's like, nah, I need to sell these cheeks.
Weirdo.
That's what's happened. That's why he left your ass. Allegedly. This is just what's going on in my brain as I'm reading the signs in the room. That's why he left your ass. That shit wasn't aligning.
want for ourselves.
Honestly, at this point, I started to feel like Clara Dao was losing herself on the internet, constantly talking about what is going on in her life and how it's affecting her. And as much as we want to see influencers being honest and, open about their struggles, I think she was slowly losing herself, and people weren't even feeling bad for her. It just felt like it was making things even worse the more she comes online to tell them about her struggles and how this whole thing is making her feel. I really don't know how I forgot to mention that this man that I'm referring to, Clara's ex-boyfriend, is the corniest man I have seen in a very, very long time.
Corniest?
If you think that people were only coming for Clara during the whole breakup, you would be extremely wrong. They were also coming for Javi. I think that's the way to pronounce his name, Javi. They're coming for him back to back because he's just genuinely a corny person. He was posting videos making it seem like now that he's no longer dating Clara, that is one of the best decisions he has ever made. He's going on dates, trying to rebuild his life. I don't know, everything he was doing just screamed insufferable. Even when I was watching his videos,
I mean, let's be honest. They're both a little bit on the cornier side of the internet, but hey, not here to judge, just consuming this content, man.
I was just thinking to myself, what is this guy doing? And why does it seem so annoying? Because it seems like he is the problem and not Clara at all. Even the way he went about the whole breakup thing and monetizing of it,
Holy
it's obvious that he did
parasocial.
way more than what Clara was doing or what people were calling her out for doing. And I even made a video back then titled Clara Dao, You Need to Heal, where I gave my opinion about the whole situation and how it's obvious that she is struggling with some certain things and she needs to log off. I think that didn't really sit right with people, and I even got featured in a video. I don't really have a problem with people making videos about me. I think at this point I've already seen a lot that it doesn't really faze me anymore, so it's totally fine. One thing I really didn't agree with when it came to the whole breakup situation was the way people were blaming Clara Dao for her boyfriend leaving her. I felt like it was a bit too much. You cannot like somebody, but to say he left you for a reason because you got a boob job, and there were speculations that she got the boob job for her boyfriend and her boyfriend later left her. I'm like, guys, where are all the speculations coming from and how do you know all these things? Another major thing that happened during that time was Clara Dao and Jasmine Tan befriending each other. This didn't really come as a surprise to netizens because they were already expecting it. I mean, people will leave comments on Clara Dao's account telling her to befriend Jasmine Tan, that they will really suit each other. Because if you don't know Jasmine Tan is also a social media creator who mostly posts videos where she's empowering women. But in February of 2025, she got called out because of certain ways she talks about men and mostly because she talked bad about a 21-year-old girl because she looked like a quote-unquote, according to her, mama muda. So that was a whole entire controversy, and because of Clara Dao and Jasmine Tan kind of got cancelled at the same time, people really wanted to see them together because according to netizens, they really suit each other. I would not particularly say that the both of them being friends were controversial. I would just say that it got people talking and it brought Clara Dao into the spotlight again. Now, let's talk about the recent controversy because this really surprised a lot of netizens. On the 17th of March 2026, Clara Dao posted a new video that says, "Moved because it is 15 days until the internet loses it again." And the caption says, "It's that time of the year, I'm about to do something crazy again." And if you calculate it, you'll notice that 15 days away from the 17th of March lands on April 1st. So most people were just thinking that it's an April Fool's prank and it's just something that she's doing to gain more attention. However, she continued posting videos counting down to the day where she eventually posts this big information that's probably gonna get her cancelled. The day finally came and she posted on Instagram saying, "Oh, by the way, I also just launched my OF."
It's like a goddamn internet, a female internet plague. The prophecy must be fulfilled. When all else fails, put them cheeks for sale.
And when I first saw this, I was confused as to how this is supposed to get her cancelled. If you watch my first video about Clara Dao, you know that in that video I mentioned her Patreon and I was called out a lot in the comment section for even mentioning that at all, which, you know, you can have your own opinion, you can drag me if you want. However, that Patreon was kind of like an OnlyFans, not really like a direct replica, but you know, she posts things on there that she would normally not post on Instagram. And even though I wasn't surprised at all, a lot of people weren't having it at all.
You know, it's because Patreon doesn't have the same branding as OF, you know what I'm saying? But the people don't realize, you know, people's brains be like this small, like literally this small. But y'all gotta understand that OF wasn't created for what it's branded as now. Literally, Patreon and OF are the same thing. Like, essentially, they are the same thing. A platform where creators can post extra content to get closer to their audience. The only problem is with OF, all the, you know what I'm saying, corn stars, they like gravitated to that platform and you know, took it over. But essentially, now I wouldn't do this. Don't worry, Bert OF not coming anytime soon. But essentially, you can create an OF and teach people how to make sandcastles on there. But it wouldn't align with the whole branding, because now if you come to my page and you see a link in my bio and it says OF and I'm really just trying to teach you how to build sandcastles, but you're going to automatically assume that some weird shit's going on. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, if that's the case, you'd probably go with Patreon, because Patreon has a clean image. But that's probably why you got so much hate talking about that lady.
I think they just felt like she was doing something again to get people's attention, or this was not something that they expected from her. And in my mind, I'm just like, didn't you know that she had a Patreon before? And this is why I do a lot of research when I'm looking into some certain people, because there's some things that don't really faze me anymore. If I didn't know that Clara Dao had a Patreon before and now I'm seeing that she opened an OF, I'll definitely be shocked. And I think that's why people are shocked in the first place. People who initially came across this first video was thinking that it's a prank because, you know, she conveniently chose April 1st to be the launch date. But what if I tell you that it was not?
Yeah, but she was playing smart. She was like, if I get too much backlash, I'ma just be like, oh, April Fools, it's a prank. But if it goes smooth and I make a lot of money and there's more positive than negative, I'ma keep running. So she knew what she was doing.
A prank. Clara Dao actually opened an OnlyFans account. It is real. You can click the link in her bio and you just see the OnlyFans account staring right at you. And once I clicked on it, I didn't even bother going any further. I just checked how much she's charging, which is about $20 a month, and I moved on with my life because I don't see myself subscribing to something like that, and that is totally fine. Just a day later, Clara Dao posted a video that is captioned, "Seeing my first day's OnlyFans earnings."
Oh my god, I've never seen this much money in my life, you guys. I risked my whole career for this, and it's so worth it. It's been
Oh my God, bro. This is like the epitome of selling your soul, bruh. That's kind of crazy. Her just saying that really just gave me chills, because that's like really the epitome of selling your soul. I risked my whole career for this, but it was so worth it because I've never seen this much money in my life.
Weirdo.
Damn.
One day, since I officially launched, like, I'm about to open my first day earning on OF, I'm so nervous because I don't know, it's been a lot for me.
A single tear coming out her eyes.
The support. Let's just see the result. I haven't even checked. I want to share this moment with you. I'm gonna log into my account. I can do that. I've never seen this much money in my life. Guys, I'm really shaking. I'm just gonna show you how much I earn. It's so much. I don't know if you can see it. This is totally gonna be my main thing now.
Trolling.
I'm so grateful for all of you support.
She's trolling.
For making my dreams come true.
I think this really just made people confused, because if you don't already get it, it was obviously a joke. But people were thinking, okay, now that she is joking about this particular thing, maybe she is joking about opening an OF account completely. But no, like I've said earlier, it is not a joke. The account exists, and Clara Dao is now an OF creator. From the way I'm talking, it is obvious that people were not having it at all. People were hoping and praying that it's a joke, but when they later discovered that it's not a joke, they were really drilling into her and saying that she hit a new low with
Sheesh, on her ass. I was here for body positivity, not prostitution. Huh?
this. And again, if you didn't know that she had a Patreon before, this is exactly how you might react depending on who you are as a person or what you stand for. But at the end of the day, it's like Clara Dao had been doing this even before her surgeries. So I'm not even surprised. I'm really just laughing about this whole situation because again, I'm confused as to how this is supposed to get her cancelled. On her Instagram story, she announced that in the first 15 minutes of launching, she was part of the top 1% of OF creators, but just after a day, she was part of the top 0.1%. Do you know?
Wow, yeah, she's making that bag. I mean, at the end of the day, man, I know once this drops on YouTube, the Clara Dao algorithm will hit and there might be some stands in the comment section. Look, I'm not here to hate on nobody. I'm not here to, be an asshole. She's a grown woman. She can live her life. But this is really more for the people that were watching her and were looking at her as, a beacon of hope and, being inspired by her. Listen, take that shit with a grain of salt, man. Y'all, the positive messages that she was putting out at one time, run with that because you should love your body. You should appreciate your body and, understand that, yeah, if you want to get in the gym, gain a little bit more weight, or if you want to get in the gym and lose a little bit more weight, whatever your body goals are, cool. But also understand to love and appreciate the way that God sculpted you just how you are right now. Love y'all, appreciate y'all. Where you at, family? I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Where you at, Berto?
I made this shit look too easy.